Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and today's shout out goes to Gens Lego Animations and Panagiotis Fasulikas. Both were first to say first in one of my recent videos, and both win this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a flight of the SJRC F11S Pro 4K. Now, I was out here yesterday flying this drone, and it was gloomy and overcast, and I had flown it then because I hadn't seen the sun for a month, but and I did the review, and I edited the review, and then when I getting ready to upload that review, I noticed the sun finally came out for the first time. Again, I hadn't seen sun in a month. So what I'm going to do is one more flight, and I'm putting this at the beginning of my review, and following this short flight demonstrating the drone's camera in sunlight, I'll do the full review. So stick around for that, folks, okay? But first off, let's get this drone in the air. I already did the compass calibration. I'll show you how to do that compass calibration in the follow-on, so stick around again. But to start this drone and get it in the air, we need to arm the motors, which is down and inboard. And here it says flying. And then you got to give it throttle because this drone does not have automatic takeoff. Okay? And I'm going to get into the picture. And let's check the stability, and it's holding its position rather nicely. I'm going to get up a little closer, come down a little bit too, and then we're going to hit the photo button, which is here, and take a photo. There's one photo. Come down a little lower because I'm looking at the screen here and just seeing the top of my head. Coming this way, take a photo. I hope that took. It says it's doing it. And a third photo in sunlight. Okay, and after that takes, I'm going to start the video recording right now. Video is recording, and sync up the cameras, like so. Now notice you hear the chirp chirp. It beeps every once in a while. That's telling you that the camera's recording. So let me lower the gimbal to it just a tad here. Gimbal coming down. That's too much down. Right about there, that's good. And let's go up. And an onboard in normal mode. Now I'm flying in normal mode instead of camera mode because there is a wind, and I found out yesterday that that camera mode does not work very well in windy days because it limits the speed of the drone to about 5 miles per hour. And if you're going into the wind, it just hangs there. So we're going up to about there. And yes, you can see off in the distance Lake Erie today. You couldn't see that yesterday. Okay, from there I'm going to rotate around the area, rotate the other direction actually, to the right, showing the camera on a sunny day. And it does look quite bright as compared to yesterday. Now, notice a little bit of tilt there from the gimbal as we turn around. That's from the electronic image stabilization. If you let it settle a bit, I noticed that it levels itself out. But rotating some more. And let's fly to the other end of the field now, folks. So pushing forward. So all in all, yesterday's flight, I think that this drone is an excellent drone, you know, for the price, for $200, around that price range. Because of the camera, it's actually a good camera. At least it was. And I thought it wouldn't be good on a dark, gloomy day, but it actually came out nicely yesterday. It did nicely yesterday. And turning the drone to the right. Again, I'm not going to be flying this too much. I just want to show you the camera on a sunny day. Okay, we'll go toward the sun, check the dynamic range of the camera. Coming around, pushing forward. Pushing to the right. The other right. Pushing forward. I don't want to go over those people there. I don't want to disturb them. But we'll go to one more time to the other end of the field, and then we'll come in and call it quits. Pushing forward. So, oh no, not a bad drone. And yesterday, I was talking yesterday about the range of this drone. Its Wi-Fi range, is actually rather good. I was able to go out to about 150 meters because I set the gimbal or the geofence to 150 meters. You can adjust the geofence altitude. Let me descend now. I'm going to start descending and coming back. But you can set the geofence to any distance you want. But again, really, most people should not be flying out beyond line of sight with a drone. In most countries, you're not allowed to do that, folks. It's not legal. So I don't see a reason to be flying out to 1,200 meters, or some drones go out even further, because it's not, you're just going to create problems for yourself, especially if you upload such a video to YouTube. Now, I used to fly out in the desert. The max I went out was about 700 meters, and believe it or not, I could still see the drone the way I positioned it, because out in the desert, the sky's really blue, and you can still see a dot in the sky, but any further than that, I'm just not able to do it. So this is a demonstration of the drone's camera. So again, stick around, and let's go right into the full review of this drone. So hope you enjoy the rest of the flight. So signing out. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here on somewhat of a cold, overcast, breezy day here near Girard, Pennsylvania, near Lake Erie. I know I promised to review the SJRC F11S on a sunny day, but I'll tell you the truth, folks, I don't know when that will be. I haven't seen the sun in over a month. It's been snowing, raining, windy. That's a little breezy today, too. But I'm going to demonstrate it anyways. I want to show you that, in low light conditions, there might be some issues with the video from the camera. We'll see. I know this works well in a bright sunny day, because I did have one bright sunny day, but there was so much snow out here I couldn't actually fly it. So let's get it in the air. To get it into the air, got to put it on the ground first and press its on-off switch on the top and hold it down until we hear the chirp of the ESCs. Then we turn on the transmitter by pressing this button here. And when this locks, we are connected, okay? So before we go further, I am now going to connect my Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi of the drone. The drone is emitting a Wi-Fi signal right now. Connect my phone to that Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to open the app. So hold on, folks. Okay, this is the SJRC app available in Google Play and iTunes. And in the upper right corner, we're going to hit Controls. And that brings up our FPV signal from the drone. Now, before we take off, we need to calibrate the compass. And to do such, we bring both sticks up and inboard, like so, okay? And that puts us in geomagnetic calibration. First, we got to do the horizontal calibration. We rotate it like such until it tells us to do vertical. Then we go nose down and turn it like such until it says calibration complete, and put it back on the pad. Now, before we take the air, I want to go and let's look at some of the items here that are available with the app. In the upper right corner is the settings, those three dots. So we're going to press those three dots. And first thing is we're going to check the parameters, our flight parameters that we have set up. Right now, it has a geofence set at 176 meters. That's fine for me. Flight altitude of 40 meters, that's okay with me. And return altitude of 20 meters. And beginner mode is turned off. So this is not going to fly any further than 176 meters, folks. But you can adjust that by sliding that bar right or left if you want to fly farther, and then upload and save that to the drone. Now let's do it real quick. Let's raise that up to about 198 meters and then hit save. And that'll transmit that to the drone. And now the drone will not fly further than 198 meters. Okay? But actually, for me, here where I'm flying, I want to keep it to about 150 meters because that's within flying range, easy to get to for me in case something goes wrong with this drone. So I'm going to leave it at 150. If we click on track, it covers flight records of the drone, the past flights that the drone has done. Pan to zoom adjustments for we can recalibrate the gimbal if we're having problems with the gimbal, but right now I haven't had any problems with the gimbal. And finally, on the far right three dots, we are using units, metric units. I'm using metric units, sorry, even though I'm in the U.S., because believe it or not, most of my viewers are not in the U.S. Also, I'm showing the route, displaying prompt messages, and I also have voice prompts enabled with the drone. Okay, coming out of that, now in the lower left corner, you see that it looks like a joystick. If we click on that, these are our flight modes that are available. And they're also, there's a camera filter. I'm going to click on that. And we can adjust black and white, sketch, cartoon, none. I'm not going to use any of those with this particular drone. But those flight modes will come and play later on. Okay, before we take off, let's start the video camera by pressing the video camera button like such. It's starting to record now. And to start the motors, we bring both sticks down and inboard. The motors are started, and to take off, we're going to give it a little throttle. Notice that there's no automatic takeoff with this drone. No automatic takeoff. You got to give it throttle to take off. Now let's step in front of it and check its stability, and also marry up the cameras here. Syncing the cameras, folks. Someday I'll show you how to do this. I have one of my viewers requested me how to do it. I do it with my video editing program, but we'll do that later. Okay, in another video. So we are ready to fly. Before we go further, actually, let me turn off the video camera because I want to do one thing before we go further. Let's show photos. I'm going to press the photo button. There's one photo. One more photo. Wait, got to upload that photo first. And one final photo after it uploads to my phone. Okay, we are good to go there. Photos have been uploaded. Notice how dark it is though, folks, because of the day. I told you. But it works best on sunny days. And we're recording now, and before we go again, I need to recalibrate one more time to sync up the cameras. Okay, that should be good. And I'm going to put it into camera mode by hitting that mode switch in the bottom here. That's sport mode, that's camera mode. I want to go slowly. You know, if you're recording video, you want to fly slowly. Okay. Pushing forward. And away we go. Notice, now I'm continuing pushing forward. Let's see if it'll eventually realize I want to go faster than that. And it can't, because I got a breeze of about 8 miles per hour. Okay, there it goes. Starting to go forward now. And this thing can only go, I guess, at max speed of about 8 miles per hour in camera mode. So I'm going to have to let go and take it to normal mode. We're going to need to fly in normal mode to fight this breeze, unfortunately. And let's go up. Let's go up and outbound there. Up to about 20 meters, 25 meters, maybe even higher. 30 meters. Heading toward the road. And plop it right there, about 55 meters away. And let go of the stick. It moves a bit there, and then it recalibrates itself. And then I'm going to turn the drone and try to point it toward me. Slowly turning the drone in my direction. Now I'm going to lower the gimbal. Lower gimbal. And I'm going to move the zoom in. Let's try this zoom. Now keep in mind, this is an electronic digital zoom of the 720p video. The 720p video. And there is going to be a lot of pixelation in this. Okay, notice all the pixelation in this 720p. Okay, let's see, I'm going to pull back a bit. I'm going to drift. Let's see, I want to drift to the right. Drift to the right. And bring that in like so. Drift to the left a little bit. Lower the gimbal some more. Well, that's it. You get the idea of the zoom. So I'm going to come out and zoom now. Zooming out. Now again, keep in mind that does not go onto the SD card recorded video. That only goes to the video that's recorded to my phone via Wi-Fi, and also the what we're seeing on the FPV video from the app. So from that position, let's push forward. And we'll go to this side of the field. And from over there, I'm I'll let go for a second, and then I'm going back to camera mode. Sport mode, camera mode, and I'm going to do a slow pan, try to do a slow pan around the area with the camera, just to show you the camera. Slow panning. We had 3 feet of snow here, believe it or not. 3 feet of snow out here near Girard, and it's just melted now after about, this was Christmas we had that snow. This is its camera, 4K camera, in low light condition, So, okay, from there, let's try that return to home, automatic return to home. So pressing the button, you know, there's a lot of wind up here and that thing's being buffeted, but its camera is holding relatively steady. But let's hit that return to home. Return to home, let's see what it does. Climbs to 20 meters. I'm putting my hands back in my pockets because it's getting cold here. Comes overhead. And it should start its descent here shortly. Okay. Here it comes, coming down. Okay, to show you that I'm not flying it. Doing it all its own. See how far it's off. I'm going to stop it from hitting the ground because that ground's wet by hitting the return to home button, but we're going to see how close we are. Oh, about 1.5 meters off. So that's how accurate the return to home was from there to there. Okay, well, let's try some of these advanced flight features. Let's try circle position. Let's go up a bit higher. Actually, let's turn it and put it right over the pad. Okay. Pushing forward, bringing it out. Oh, I am in camera mode. That's where it's really slow. But I guess that's okay because I'm trying to be accurate here. Trying to bring it over the pad. I'm going to let it go right there. I don't care. Okay, we're going to activate orbit by pressing both of these buttons here simultaneously. Orbit's activated. I'm going to go up a bit higher too. And then I'm going to pull back on the stick to increase the radius of the circle to right about there. And then we're going to activate orbit mode by pressing both buttons again simultaneously. And that is orbit mode, folks. Wonder if we can speed it up by increasing the normal mode. How about sport mode? Nope. These don't seem to affect the speed of the orbit. So the orbit is, you know, rather slow. I guess it's to keep it cinematic. But that is how you use orbit mode with the controller. And we'll let it do one circle. Now you can break out of orbit mode. Here, let me lower that. Zoom. Down. There's, show me. I went too far. But you can break out of orbit mode by going right or left on the pitch stick. And that stops it, like so. Okay? So while we're there, let's go up a bit higher. And, oh, that's perfect right there. Now let's go in that lower left corner that looks like a joystick. Press that and select GPS follow. Okay, so it should be following me now. Let's see how good that follow me is. And what type of follow me do we got here? Okay, this is a Hubsan style. It's maintaining a compass position from me to the southwest. How about if I go this way? When's it going to notice that I'm moving? Right about there. Yeah, Hubsan style follow me with compass position. Now we can adjust that. Let's come out of that by pressing that and hitting GPS follow one more time. That should have broke out of it. Let's come down lower and raise the gimbal. Excuse me, folks. Right about there. Let's try. I'm going to move back a little farther from the drone this time and hit or GPS follow, and it's activated again. Let's see if it does that again. Oh, GPS phone signal too weak. Wait for a minute or change it to another place. What are you talking about? You know, while we're down here, let's try that image follow. I think I got to get closer. And also I want to go a bit higher. I don't want to be hit by the drone. And lowering the gimbal. lowering the gimbal, and then selecting image follow. And does it see me? No, it don't see me. Try it again. Image follow is active, but it's not seeing me. So maybe I need to come down lower. I ain't gonna get any closer to that. And try that one more time. Image follow. Again, it's low light conditions, so it's not working good today because of the low light conditions. So that's the image follow. Let's try the waypoints now. I want to raise that gimbal back up and set it there. Okay, next one. I overshot. Okay, you got quick punches on that. And selecting root rules, that's waypoints. And I want satellite view. And let's go up a bit higher for this too. And the first point we want to go to is, let's go over to, which field are we talking about here? Make sure I get the fields. That one field over there, so we'll go over to that point there. And then the second waypoint will be the far field down here. There. Third one would be, okay, we're going on that field. I'm confused now. Oh, that field first, that field second, or behind me second, this field third, and then coming back to me. I guess we can do 3 waypoints. So we'll go to 3 fields. And hitting go. Slide to start. Field number 1. I better go up a bit higher too while doing these. Field 1. Go into field 2. I'm going to go up. Here we go. It's coming by me. Oh, let's go back to this type of view too. Oh no, I want to show the map where it's going. I guess I can zoom out so you can see its route. Goes to the center of the baseball diamond. Over there. And hits that point. And now it's going to the far field over here. I better go higher. I don't want to hit any trees in case it's off, but it seems to be on target. Doing the route well. And once it gets there, we'll do a return to home. So that's its waypoint following. Seems to do a good job, don't it? Real good job. And there we go. That's waypoints. Now let's hit return to home. Return to home activated. Climbs up to 20 meters. And it flies back. Let's just bring it back here. And once it gets overhead, I'm going to turn off return to home and just fly around the area to show that camera. Okay, there we go. So, okay, let me stop the video recording there. And the app just crashed. Let's come back down while I restart the app. Restarting the app. Let's see if it comes back on. Oh, there we go. Because I want to set the cameras again. Make sure we are synced up on this chilly day here. Okay, starting the camera again. We are recording again. And syncing up the cameras. Okay, and then going into that special box down there, left the modes. I want to check if we missed anything here. There's gesture control. Let's see if I can do that. Right now it's recording video. And starting and stopping. Now let's see if I can stop the video by gesturing. And again, I guess you need a bright sunny day. How about this? If I can it see me? Okay, gesture control. I'm turning that off. Anything else that we can try while we're here? How about filters? video filters. We're still recording, so let's try right, cartoon. That's cartoon look. Video filter. Let's go to sketch look. That's sketch. And let's try video filter black and white. Video filter black and white. So you can get up again. And going back to normal video filters. None. Okay, so with the rest of this, let's just demonstrate the camera for the rest of this flight here. Also notice in the lens angle, you can adjust the, with using the controller only, you can adjust the tilt of the lens, I believe. I'm trying to do it. Minus, I press, yeah, pointing it downward. And with that, let's point it downward, because what I want to do next, after that's done, let's turn that off, is an up and away. And the way I'm going to do that, folks, is I'm just going to pull back on the stick while giving it throttle. So, and also, yeah, to raise it up and pull back. Up and away. Cool, huh? Pan shot. And coming back down again. Am I still in camera mode? I'm still in camera mode. Going back to normal mode, folks. There's too much wind today for camera mode. Camera mode limits the speed to about 5 miles per hour, and if you got a wind about 5 miles per hour, it just doesn't have the capability of fighting it. So you go to higher speed, normal mode. Okay, let's raise that gimbal back up again. Oh no, let's raise the gimbal all the way down, because I want to do a rocket. Okay, getting right below it and get. Okay, come on, get back in the picture. Going up and away. A rocket. Okay, so that's a rocket. Let me adjust the gimbal back up again while we're up there at about 30 meters. And for the remainder of the flight, let's just demonstrate its camera. I'm going to try to fly slow in normal mode because camera mode's not working today because of the wind. But let's push forward and fly FPV. I got to say that the FPV video on this drone looks rather well. You know, it's been rather good. It's been good. I haven't noticed any breakup. So it is a strong signal coming from this. I don't know about 300 meters, but I'm sure I can get to about 100 meters or so. Let's go to the far end of the field, down to the road, and see how it looks. Does it get choppy down there at the far end of the field? Okay, 55 meters, 60 meters. I'm hesitant to go over the farmer's field there. It's private property. I think you're allowed to, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take it about 100 meters here. And then, yeah, there we go, about 100 meters. Okay, there at 100 meters. Let's see if we see any chop. I'm going to do a slow rotate there around the area. So let's see if I can get it to do a slow rotate in normal mode. I go too hard on it and then it speeds up. But yeah, it's working. Good FPV at 100 meters. Good strong signal. So, you know, for normal people who don't intend to fly this kilometers away, this would be a good camera drone. So far what I'm seeing, it's pretty darn good. You know, the FPV signal is good and strong. Let me lower the gimbal down a bit so I can see better how far I am. Again, the FPV signal's really good and strong from this drone. Again, 300 meters, or what is it, 1,200 meters are predicting on this? I don't know about that, but you know, a couple hundred meters easily, this should be able to provide good, strong FPV. trees here today because it's cold. I'm all by myself here today. So with that in mind, I am going to go to the other end of the field here. Go up a bit higher too. I do not want to hit those trees. Going down that part of the field. So yeah, it's working beautifully. So you know what, this price range, I guess around near $200, around that price range, I don't know if there's another competitor that comes close to this with a 4K camera. You know, there's a lot of folks claiming 4K, but this is actually nicely done. So this is, I think, might be one of the best bang for your buck at the $200 price range. Distance, yeah, there's my limited distance. I can't go further than 150 meters away. Remember, I set the geofence. Nicely done. Okay, we're getting down there, 11.1 volts. I wonder when the low battery issue or low battery power is going to come on here to limit the rest of the flight. But yeah, nice. The gimbal seems nice and steady. The image stabilization, I guess, is working well because the video overall looks nice, even on this dark day. Okay, I'm going to reduce throttle, bring it down here closer from 30 meters. And with the remaining battery power, when that hits low battery, I'm going to take it up to sport mode. Let's try the sport mode out. Let's bring it up to me again. And plop it there. Okay. Syncing up the camera again. And I'm going to stop that video and restart it. Okay, I think we're low battery right now. So, starting the camera one more time. Okay, with low battery, let's take it to sport mode. Let's see how fast this could go. Now, I think we're going to be limited in the amount of distance that we can fly, about 30 meters. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm pretty sure this probably has a geofence. So let's see if we can bump into the geofence at high speed. Yep. How far is that geofence? 20 meters. Tried to fly out there. There it is. 36 meters. So we can only fly so far, you know, about 30 meters before we bump into a geofence. Let's try it this way. Going over there. Bump right there. Can't fly that far. So that's the geofence on this thing, and low battery. But it's a reasonable low battery, 11.0 volts. Now, this is the second flight I've done with this, folks, and I got to mention one thing here. When you're in low battery state like this, keep it high. Don't come down to your level, you know, where your head is, because when this thing goes into final low battery, it'll do a beeline straight back to its takeoff point. And if there's anything in the way, it's going to hit it. I mean, a high-speed beeline. So I'm going to demonstrate that for the rest of the flight here. We're just going to fly around the area. But eventually we're going to hit that, and I'm going to keep it high, at least double my head height, because I don't want it to hit me. Return to home. There you go. See, and it goes right back home. So this is the final return to home. So that's its flight time, folks. Let's see how close it is to the landing pad. That one's not too bad. That's a nice landing. And stopping the video. So, that's its flight. That's the F11S. You know, this, I think, is a really good deal for its price range, folks. It's got a lot of features. It works rather well. Notice how that's bouncing around in my shaky hands because of all the coffee I drank. But look at how steady the screen is. So, I don't know if you can see that, folks. See that bouncing around in my hand? It's bouncing around like this. Doing a good job. Okay. Let's see here. One, I'm trying to sync up the cameras one more time so my lips there don't look like a cheap kung fu movie. So, okay, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.